Hello, I am Tasha Young, licensed clinical professional counselor at Walk With Me Counseling Center in Chicago. So, one of my favorite verses, my mouth will speak words of wisdom, the meditation of my heart will give you understanding. That is from Psalm 49, verse 3. So, if a lot of you are like me, you have been raised in a household where there has been intergenerational trauma. And all those trauma responses I talked about in the video before, you're doing them. Your parents have done them. Your grandparents have done them. Your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your kids. And you're like, man, I want to make a break. I don't want to continue to do this. Well, meditating helps you to gain wisdom. When you're meditating on the Word of God and you're meditating and noticing your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, you can align that bad boy up and you can learn how to operate differently. So let's get going on learning how to do that. So, my friends, you remember the mindfulness, the 3 states of mind. Emotion mind. Emotions are in the driver's seat. Reasonable mind, all logic. Wise mind is a balance of both. But it's not just about noticing your thoughts and your emotions. It's listening to your gut, your intuition, and for me, the Spirit of God. So many times we override that, and it has caused us to do things that have messed us up. So we can even slow down our minds to hear what God is saying to us, or our gut or our intuition, without making decisions or doing things that's going to make us mess us up. Wise mind helps us to avoid those situations. It helps us to avoid hurting ourselves and others. So, I want you to understand, even though we're talking about the 3 states of mind, nobody functions in wise mind all the time, and neither should you. So say you haven't seen your partner for a week. You've been gone out of town and you come home and you see them. What state of mind do you think you're going to be in? Emotion mind. You're going to be like, hey, I'm so happy to see you. I love you. I missed you. It's appropriate to be in emotion mind. But it is appropriate to be in wise mind when we are in stressful situations and we usually go to do something that messes us up. Remember in the other video when I talked about how trauma changes us, and sometimes regular stressful things can have us going right to one of those 4 trauma responses, the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, or the other trauma responses that I talked about, or using a MUP, a maladaptive mechanism that can mess you up. It may make you feel good in the meantime, but then you feel worse afterwards, and then you're caught in that loop. This is where you want to use wise mind. Wise mind and mindfulness takes practice. Lots and lots of practice. You want to practice it when you're not in a stressful situation, so that when you are in one, it becomes easier for you to go through your SOS, and that you're not trying to do it when you're under chronic stress and you feel flustered and then you do an urge. So let's get into what the mindfulness, the what skills of mindfulness is. So the what skills? The first is to observe. It's just noticing it. You don't push your thoughts and feelings away. You're not holding on to them. You're using your 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. It's just watching your thoughts and noticing, observing what's happening in your body and around you. It's describing. Put words to the experience. My stomach muscles are tightening. You want to name your feeling. I'm so mad I can scream. You want to label thoughts as thoughts, not facts. Thinking you're dumb doesn't mean you're dumb. You want to name thoughts and feelings and sensations separately. And you want to fully participate. You want to become one with the experience. It's like riding a bike, playing a sport or an instrument. You want to throw yourself into what you do and really get into it without being self-conscious, without fear. And you want to practice, practice, practice. So let me give you a good example. Say, we're going to pretend that I have been in a relationship where the last two men in my life cheated on me. And when I caught them, were very mean to me. It became really toxic and the relationship fell apart. So now I'm in this new relationship, right? He's treating me good. We've been together for 4 months. He's never given me a reason to think that he's cheating. So I'm sitting on the couch with him. I'm also have my 3 kids on the couch, and his phone rings, and I look over it and I see a woman's name. And he looks at the phone and he gets up, goes into the next room. I hear him say hello, and he closed the door. My emotional leftovers and my trauma from those experiences automatically get triggered. If I use my what skills, I'm going to observe. I'm going to start noticing my thoughts without holding on to them. I'm noticing that I'm getting angry. I'm noticing that my heart is beating fast. I am feeling like he is disrespecting me. I'm thinking, I cannot believe I'm going through this again. And I'm noticing that I want to just go into that room and rip him apart, because not only is he doing this to me, he's doing this in front of my children. I'm noticing, I'm thinking all of these things. And I'm not pushing my feelings away. I'm noticing them. I'm participating. I'm being fully present. And I'm doing it without fear of like, if I notice this, then what if he really is cheating? So I'm just going to numb and pretend like I didn't see it. And I'm just going to sit and wait. And then the next time he does something, I may blow up. Or it could be, I am just going to now get into my own head, and I'm going into the funny thing. Like, what did I do? What could it be? I thought we were doing so good. And why is this happening to me again? I'm fully participating in the now. Okay. What is happening right now? So let's go into the how skills. So the how skills is don't judge. When you judge, you are evaluating. Yes, you are. You're saying something is either good or bad, worthless or worthwhile. When you judge yourself and judge others, especially when you're in chronic stress. So you want to see without evaluating. You want to acknowledge it, but don't judge. So I want to acknowledge that I'm feeling disrespected. That's different than saying he is disrespecting me. I'm judging it. I don't know if he's disrespecting me, but I'm feeling disrespected. And I'm thinking that he is doing this to me. You want to stay focused. Do one thing at a time and let go of distractions, because now I'm sitting there with my kids on the couch and I'm watching a movie, and now I'm going all over the place and I'm getting distracted by what they're saying to me. Let it go. If I need to, I'm going to get up, go into the next room so that I can pay attention to my thoughts and throw myself into the current moment, that this is him and not my past experiences. So have you ever heard of the phrase, cutting off your nose to spite your face? So remember, He's never given me a reason to think that he was cheating. What if I get up, go boom, 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 boom on the door? Who the hell you in there talking to? What if it was his job and it was his supervisor that called and they were asking him something about a mistake that they thought he made, and he's already nervous about that situation? And now, here I come, bamming on the door because I'm going to my urge to fight. When you do what works, you want to stay focused on what's going to help. You want to do what you need to do to achieve your goals, play by the rules, and act as skillfully as you can. Let go of feelings that hurt you and hurt others. So for me, I know I'm going to do my SOS. I'm going to slow down, orient myself. I'm going to notice that I'm on a 10 on the personal distress. I'm at a 10 for personal control. And then I'm most likely it's going to do something that's going to mess me up. So I have learned some tools to help me do that. And that's my mindfulness meditation and my communication skills. So I wait till he comes out. I'm not going to pretend like I didn't see it. I'm not going to go yelling at him right away. I'm going to say, honey, can I talk to you for a minute? Was everything okay with the phone call? I noticed that you're seeming a little stressed. And he could have been like, oh man, my supervisor called and they thought I did this and I am like really upset. It would have stopped me from making a situation worse. But say he comes out and he's like, hey, that was my supervisor and I had to handle something at work. You'd be like, oh, okay. Because at first I got really, really worried. And I thought you were being disrespectful when you went into the room. Because I looked over and I saw another woman's number. And I was like, what is going on? Right? And that's how I felt. Now, I was vulnerable in that moment. Because I could pretend like I wasn't upset. Or, I really wasn't bothered. I'm letting him know. And he can be like, hey, honey, oh, no. I've never would disrespect you. I know you wouldn't. But, from my past, sometimes I feel like that. And I just want to let you know because you've been so good to me. And we're having, we're working on something here. So I want to let you know, that's how I felt. I felt disrespected. I got really upset about it. And then we can talk about it. So this is where you come into practice. I have uploaded a mindfulness of emotions meditation and a mindfulness of thought meditation. I want you to get someplace, no distractions, stay focused. Don't judge. If your mind wanders, bring it right back to the meditation. And I want you just to go through that. And I want you to start practicing doing mindfulness every day. And I'm also going to put some things, if you're getting this email from me, I'm going to put some things in the email of what I want you to do for practice. So thank you. I appreciate you spending this time with me and take care. See you next time.